Hey guys, so we just finished up day 2 at E3 2013. I figured we get the group together to discuss our favorite things that we saw today on the show floor. So let's go start with you, Derek. What was your favorite thing that you saw of today?
Honestly, it wasn't even something I got hands-on with. Something that just really impressed me fully is Murdered Soul Suspect from Square Enix. And
Wait, hold on. Square Enix non-Final Fantasy games?
Well, since they got a hold of IDOS, they sort of spread out and having a more American edition, more American-type games. And this is definitely one of those companies. I'm afraid I don't know which, but... yeah, but I definitely know that this is one to look out for because it wasn't on my radar at all. But as soon as they showed this half-hour demonstration of the game, I was hooked. Essentially, imagine Ghost Trick for the DS combined with LA Noire. Mm-hmm. Basically, you're cast as this cop, sort of a rogue cop that went ahead of his backup, confronted this guy, gets killed by this guy, and ends up as a ghost. And he has to solve his own murder. And what makes it cool is that you're a ghost. It's not quite like Geist, where you can possess people and manipulate them and other stuff like that.
It's not like quite Geist in that. It sounds like it's good.
Yes. It is much more a... you cannot control people when you possess them. You can only look through their eyes or influence their thoughts and basically try to come up with ways to solve specific quandaries you have throughout the game.
So you control them indirectly as opposed to
exactly.
Like directly.
You can't like possess them and take them walking along the area. And it's set in Salem, Massachusetts. And I love the reasoning for why you can't like. One of the cool things as a ghost is that you can walk through any object.
That's like Ghost Dad.
Yeah. So, like, if there's a street lamp in the way, you can just walk through it. Or if there's a person in the way, you walk through them.
So clipping's not a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Clipping is good in this game. So
it probably just are off as a glitch and they turned into a game.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the you can't enter any buildings though, because the reason they gave is that because it's Salem, every building in the city has been christened. So you have to have somebody open up the doors for you. But however, once you actually enter in the house, you can go through the walls just fine, like the inner walls, but you can't go outside.
Okay.
And the graphics look really good. Like they make the way you can see through everything is excellent. The storyline has me intrigued.
Wait, what do you mean see through things? Like you
you can see through your character. Like he's like immaterial, so it's very translucent, so you can see things on the other side of him, which is an ongoing effect and actually quite impressive because it's not just him that's a ghost. You actually see other ghostly things, and you can get like side quests by talking to other ghosts and trying to help them out with their own problems to help them pass on. And it's not just investigating in this game. You also have demons that are trying to basically consume ghosts so they can try to become because they just hunger for them, I think what the reasoning was.
Okay.
So but you can't fight them directly. You have to sort of stay out of their line of sight, and it's sort of like stealth gameplay where you can see them through the walls and see where they're looking, but you have to like maneuver around them, and there's various ways that you can basically possess them and explode them from the inside. But the investigation element seemed really interesting. The graphics are great. The story looks interesting. It's just something I really want to get a hold of and actually get some game time with, because that demo just impressed the hell out of me.
Do you know when it comes out?
I believe 2014 sometime.
Okay, so it's got a bit of a wait. But
yeah, it's a bit of a wait.
Sounds like it might be worth it.
It's definitely on my radar because like I said before, I knew a little bit about it. I knew the name essentially, and then seeing this, I'm like, yeah, I want this.
Right.
And,
sounds good. All right, well, how about you, Tom? What was your favorite thing that you saw today?
I'd say my favorite thing today was probably the giant boss battle in Mario and Luigi
Dream Team?
Dream Team.
It looked pretty awesome from what I could see while recording it.
Yeah,
it's pretty tough too.
The Nintendo yeah, it's long. You weren't always pressing button. You have to do a lot of waiting, as you saw.
Yeah.
No, not the best at flick controls always. Maybe if I
or figuring out if you're right-handed or left-handed.
I was wondering which way you want to spin it. Am I like, I don't flip the DS off of it.
yeah.
It's a simple question.
I'm from Canada.
Did it pay you and Ryder left without help? don't know why I drew an O for you.
That's American O, I guess.
Yes.
No, first of all, the timing in that game for the attacks is a lot more forgiving, I'll say, but this boss battle, they basically had a giant Luigi against a giant robot.
Well, did you play, real quick, sorry, only because it helps your point, did you play Bowser's Inside Story at all?
I played only a bit of it, but I didn't see any giant Bowser battles.
Okay, but they had something similar where Bowser grew huge and like attack castles, like literally like just punching castles in the face. So this seems a little bit similar, but it seems like they built on that a lot actually.
Yeah, they did. And it was pretty hilarious. Like the Nintendo rep said, "This is gonna be funny." I'm like, "Oh, you're a marketing guy. You're just so bad." Yeah. But no, he was right. So kudos to him. And just the way it's set up. Mario sitting on the perch of his hat. He had his hammer move still, and this robot that come in, he would hit him off in the distance and destroy mountains or into a tornado. That bad guy would hide in a tornado, and you had to guess, like catch where he was. If he was on the ground, he could be spikes. If he was in the air, his feet would be up, and you had to jump on him instead of the hammer. There's a lot of variety there, and it's pretty funny. It was the most enjoyable, I think, moment I had at E3 today.
And the way you played it was all just gestures on the touchscreen, right? Because you're holding it like a book, like you did in Bowser's Inside Story.
Yeah.
And you see the enemy on the left, Luigi on the right, and then you direct him by like flicking him upward, right, to jump, I think, and then swinging your hammer by drawing a horizontal line.
Yeah, or jumping with vertical line.
Right.
But there was also the gyroscope for the fatality.
Yeah, that was really fun. So if the swipes, you had to be as accurate as possible with that, but as Brian mentioned, with fatality, Mario's in a star, and as the boss is sort of like, standing like in his, I'm gonna die, but I need that one final gust of wind. You come from the sky as Mario in a star, and you have to aim the 3DS at his heart for a long time. And hit him right on for excellent. I think I got that one. But
you guys can thank me for having that in the game, because literally right before that happened, I'm like, are there fatalities in the game? And it just showed up. Like, if I hadn't asked that question, I'm sure it wouldn't have been there.
Yeah, they probably programmed it.
Instantly. That's just the Nintendo magic.
Yeah, but other than that, I'd say I was pretty impressed with seeing Destiny, even though I saw it at Xbox One, which I saw with Ryan.
Yeah.
So, with that one, like, what did you like most of the demo?
I mean, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more than what we exactly saw, like at the previous press conference, but it just looks really, really good. Like I was so impressed. Like even on that gigantic screen, that game looked gorgeous.
So is Destiny your Destiny?
No.
Okay. Go get that settled.
But yeah, like as a shooter, like I like the original Borderlands. I couldn't get into playing another game like that. But this one seems like there's enough different about it, and just the fact that you can get so many people just jumping into quests and stuff like that. I really wish they would have explained the mechanics more, because I want to know more, and they just keep kind of like baiting us a little bit more, and yeah.
We could guess we get vehicles to move around at some point. We guess we can move that giant spider boss or something like it.
Right. Yeah.
So, their favorite thing at E3 today that you saw?
No.
By yourself?
It wasn't.
Not by yourself.
And it wasn't Witcher either. I'm gonna go out of left field and say Bandfuse is the best thing I saw today. I like music. I like playing instruments. I like the idea of being able to teach people actually how to play instruments. It's one thing that Rock Band never got right, even with Rock Band 3 with the the full guitars or the plastic button guitars. And something that Rocksmith tried really hard with, or I guess they tried hard with, it didn't really do well with. Bandfuse has a little bit of a different approach in terms of like they have the latency down a lot better. So it's like, I think it's like 15 milliseconds is the delay on that, which is really good. A lot more, and they actually teach how to use tabs, which is something that a lot of people, if you go to any place that teaches you how to play guitar, they're going to teach, not necessarily how to read a score and a chart, but like actually how to use tablature, which if you played Rocksmith, you can't use that same type of like method and take that over. So, there's it's a few songs in there, there's a few rock songs. They hope to add more DLC and stuff like that. But I'm interested in seeing like another music game, especially one that lets you play like 2 guitars and a bass and vocals, no drums, which is kind of disappointing. But maybe something for next time.
At least drums were the one part I heard that Rock Band kind of was best at in helping people learn how to play.
They did pretty well with that, especially with the Ion drum kit. I messed around with that a while ago. it still holds up pretty well. It's still not the experience you exactly want out of it.
Yeah.
But I would like to see some more music games. I mean, I invested so much money in Rock Band. Like,
I mean, I totally agree. I'm waiting for my Elite Beat Agents sequel still.
Yeah. Like
now with drums.
If we can have like any sort of like resurgence in like the music, you know, like rhythm genre in terms of whether you're playing an actual instrument or anything else like that, I would love to see more.
Right on. Well,
yeah, that sounds good. It can actually teach you how to play music. I mean, just playing it now, Rock Band, is like a waste of time in a way. But if it teaches you how to play music, it's like, well, then it's kind of an investment of time.
And if there's like one thing I really appreciate is they seem to, like, at least they're telling me that they have music educators on board with this, which is, you know, if you're going to make a game that's going to be at least partially education based, it's good to have people who actually know how to teach to people. So
all right, well, I think that covers it for our favorite things at E3. But let's go over real quick.
Yeah, what about yourself?
Oh, right. No, that doesn't cover it, does it?
No.
Well, everything I saw today was what I saw yesterday, basically. There were a few exceptions.
But we didn't discuss what we liked yesterday best. So, what'd you like best?
What's your point, Derek? Today, I would probably have to say I actually really like the bingo mode in Pikmin 3. Where yesterday we tried cooperative mode. I thought that was okay. I wasn't particularly in love with it, especially because it is kind of confusing having everyone's Pikmin running around.
And being one.
And that's still, yeah, I mean, I'm just so used to it, it brings me no joy anymore.
Yeah.
But
I lost.
And even though, I see, like today, though, in the bingo mode, so the way the bingo mode's set up is each person has a grid of, like, it's like bingo. You have a grid of icons that you want, that, you know, that you have to go, in this case, you have to go track down the environment. You go have your Pikmin find these objects, bring them back, and then you get a little, you know, cross on your bingo card. And if you get, you know, a row, that's when you win. So we were down, like, you were kicking my ass.
At
first, for most of it.
Yeah.
For the first, like, 3/4 of that thing, you were kicking my ass. You had, like, 3 icons lined up ready to go.
You lost all your Pikmin in, like, 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I had no Pikmin at the start. I found some more Pikmin. I was able to regroup. I finally got some things, and you know they got 3 pieces. We both ended up on looking for the same item at the end.
And he was like trying to tell me
he wasn't even helping you. It was like PAX Splinter Cell tournament all over again.
That giant bulb orb was decimating my troops all the time. I kept trying to fight it.
I know. I saw it. So we were both going for you got to the golden strawberry, which you both needed before I did.
Yeah.
I saw the bulb orb like rolling in. I'm like, I'm just gonna hang back. I'll let him go after Tom. Tell him to handle stuff. He just massacred Tom's army. So I just went in, like, I had my guys just take down the bulb orb because Tom had done some damage. I just had my guys finish him off. Then he just got the golden strawberry round off. So that was probably the highlight. That was actually a lot of fun. It's an original use of Pikmin 3. It's a lot better than Pikmin 2's multiplayer, I thought.
It's original use in multiplayer in general.
Yeah, how often do you play bingo?
As soon as I saw them announce that, I was like, huh. I've never thought of that before, and that's a really good idea.
It works really well. I will say, playing it for the first time, it was still confusing with your Pikmin and my Pikmin. They have different color flowers, but
it's not quite good enough in a way.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, what should be the case is the Pikmin should be colored differently, but they can't because of they already color differently. But I'm sure that's something you'll probably get used to.
Half of them wear pants.
That is brilliant. You're onto something. Okay, so now that officially covers it for our favorite things today, because apparently I count as someone in this conversation. Thanks, guys. But let's go over quickly what you want to see tomorrow, and I do mean quickly. Tom, what is the number one thing you want to go check out tomorrow?
Mercenary Kings.
Mercenary Kings. Quickly, what is that for those who don't know?
Tribute games. They did Scott Pilgrim vs. the World for Ubisoft, and then they left, formed their own company. I helped kickstart this one by putting $10 or something. But they did Kickstarter, and that was last year. Now their game's almost finally done. It's on PlayStation 4, I believe, but it's coming to PC first. But I'll try it on PlayStation 4.
All right, sounds good. So we'll look forward to your video preview, right? Not to be on spot for that.
It's a lot like Metal Slug.
Yeah,
that's
all right.
They showed it at the Sony press conference. It reminded me of Metal Slug.
Okay. All right, how about you, Ryan? What do you want to check out tomorrow?
I want to check out Tearaway.
Tearaway,
the Media Molecule new Vita game. You know, it's a Vita game, whatever, but it has an interesting art style, and it's something that Media Molecule is putting together.
So are we gonna have to tear you away from it?
I have to tear away from my book schedule.
No, actually, speaking of Vita, it actually has a very pronounced presence at the Sony booth. There is about 3 lines of Vitas, all set up double-sided, just filled with Vita games. So
yeah, but how many games that are coming out?
No, it's quite exclusive.
There's a fair amount of them, actually.
Yeah, there's a fair amount of them. They got the Batman, the new Arkham Origins Black 8. They got a good variety.
So that we're looking forward to most tomorrow?
Well, I'll be in the Sony booth. I want to get a hold of more PS4 games. I was able to get footage of Knack, but I want to see the rest of the PS4 games as well as Beyond Two Souls, because the fact that it does not play like Heavy Rain has me much more interested now, because I thought it was just going to be another game like Indigo Prophecy and that.
Don't hate it.
And then they're fine games, but I wanted to see something different from Quantic Dream. But I want to see those, and I definitely also want to check out the Konami booth to check out Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, because I'm in the minority, but I loved the original, so I want to see what they have coming for the sequel.
I enjoyed what little I played for the guide that we didn't finish.
Another one you didn't finish, Super Paper Mario.
Yeah, that's the guy. I only hear about that every freaking day.
Can I guess yours?
Go for it.
Dead Rising 3.
Okay, no.
Just because of Smart Glass.
Wow. That's almost the exact opposite of what I might say. So, is it wrong that the thing I wanted to see most tomorrow is Mario Kart and Mario World 3D again?
Yes.
Okay.
Have some variety.
If we go against the things that haven't, if we ignore things I've already seen and played plenty of, I want to check out more of the next gen consoles. Things I've checked out literally nothing of them, unless you count Wii U, which I do. But if you count next gen consoles that aren't out, I want to go play some. I want to try some PS4 and Xbox One. I've been so busy covering Nintendo, but no time for anything else. So.
Tom, we have a bet between ourselves, don't we? We think if we put any other console controller into Andre's hands, it'll literally burn off.
It'll go red, and there'll be smoke coming out. Yes.
Like he will touch it, and he will blast
They'll
back.
He'll have stumps.
My face will start melting like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Like Xbox One scars burning on Andre's hands. PlayStation 4. Like that light, instead of a glow super blue, all of a sudden engulf him and his skin will be burnt off.
If I were better with After Effects, I would do that for this discussion. Have me melt away.
Just do British science fiction effects.
We should just have Jimmy sitting over there doing stuff. Just come over here.
Alright, and with that, that's a great place to end this discussion. So thanks guys for watching. Make sure to keep an eye on GameXplain.com for much more coming in the following days, because even though E3 ends tomorrow, I'm sure our coverage won't. So stay tuned to our website, as well as make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at GameXplain to keep up on all the latest E3 news. So shut up, Ryan. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.